You are watching the Canadian Public. Hello, I'm François Caron, and welcome back to my dining room table. In this episode, I'll be reviewing the new Fiat 500. "27 years after leaving North America, Fiat has returned with a retro-style vehicle. But can this North American-made Fiat 500 survive the Montreal area's heavy traffic, deteriorating roads, and crumbling bridges? Well, I've got the keys. Let's find out. Manufactured in Mexico, the new Fiat 500 has been re-engineered for the North American market and is available in your choice of pop, sport, and lounge configurations. All models are powered by a 1.4-liter 4-cylinder 16-valve multi-air engine with your choice of 5-speed manual or optional 6-speed automatic transmission with user-selectable gear shifting. Standard equipment includes fully adjustable bucket seats, AM/FM CD MP3 radio, power windows, power door locks, power heated side mirrors, electronic stability control, front and side airbags, tire pressure monitor, and hill start assist. Although the interior of the Fiat 500 does have the same cheap plastic feel found in most subcompact cars, nearly all of the controls are laid out in a very logical and very familiar manner. The dashboard includes overlapping speedometer and tachometer dials, along with an electronic vehicle information display. The easy-to-read retro-style dials, however, appear to be available only in the lounge configuration, with the pop and sport models equipped with dull-looking monochromatic dials. There's more than enough room for 2 full-size adults in the front seats, including plenty of headroom even with the powered sunroof option. The footwells will hug your legs a bit, but there aren't any sharp edges or pointy corners to dig into them. Rear passenger space, however, is tight to say the least. Not only is the rear seating area much narrower than the front, you can involuntarily become intimate with the driver if they have to move the seat any further back. Trunk space with the rear seats raised is limited to about a single large suitcase or a few grocery bags. But if you fold down the split rear seats, you now have plenty of luggage space for a couple on a road trip. Personal storage space is limited to the glove box, door and rear seat pockets, a drawer under the passenger seat, and cup holders both front and back. There is no storage space between the front seats. Canadian retail prices for the Fiat 500 start at $15,995 for the pop configuration, rising to $19,500 for the lounge configuration, not including taxes and fees. Accessories such as air conditioning, cruise control, and satellite radio, however, could increase the price of the pop configuration to the point where you'd be better off purchasing the lounge configuration. The Fiat 500's CPG Factor is 7.3% when compared with similarly equipped American models, which is pretty remarkable considering American Fiats can't be legally imported into Canada at this time. But the biggest surprise is that a fully equipped lounge configuration costs less than an entry-level BMW Mini Cooper or Volkswagen New Beetle. The Germans have some Italian competition on their hands. Alright, enough with the boring stuff, it's time to hit the road. The Fiat 500 proved itself to be a very capable car on Montreal's city streets. Its short length and short turning circle allowed me to sneak in and out of tight spaces without fear of hitting anything or scratching the paint. Acceleration is more than satisfactory, and the 4 disc brakes are highly responsive. The suspension is surprisingly good for a car of this class. It doesn't feel soft when riding on uneven roads, and it doesn't break your back or itself whenever you hit a pothole or a hidden Town of Mount Royal speed bump. In its default non-sport driving mode, the Fiat 500 easily caught up with highway traffic, and its responsiveness made it very easy to merge into oncoming traffic from Quebec's notoriously short and hazardous access ramps. The sport mode, however, produced mixed results. On a smooth highway, the sport mode did alter the vehicle's handling characteristics in a positive way, but on an uneven road such as inside the ville-marie tunnel, the car felt a bit unstable. There weren't any apparent rolling or steering issues during my tests, with maybe only a hint of understeer. But in order to properly push the car to its limits, I would need a proper test track and plenty of insurance, neither of which I can afford right now. Regrettably, Quebec's roads are better suited for a demolition derby. Road noise levels inside the passenger compartment were more than acceptable for a vehicle of this class. You can generate more noise if you wish, just by cranking up the air conditioner. This is how noisy it is. Looking very much like a shrunken down PT Cruiser, opinions on the Fiat 500 styling were mixed. People either loved it or they hated it. Personally, I find the styling maybe a bit too feminine for my taste, but I still prefer it over the rounded ugliness of nearly every other subcompact vehicle on the road today. The Fiat 500's Canadian highway fuel rating is 5.1 liters per 100 kilometers or 55 miles to the gallon with the manual transmission. My overall results with the automatic, however, were closer to the more conservative American highway fuel ratings. The wide passenger doors and high roof made it very easy to get in and out of the car. And without a center storage bin to get in the way, it was very easy to buckle up the seatbelt. Imagine that with a manual. But even with the automatic, the acceleration is very good, just as long as you don't floor it, otherwise the engine will throttle down in order to protect itself. Turn here, turn there, speed up, slow down, on-ramp, off-ramp. I can do this all day. I might look serious, but I'm having a lot of fun here. Despite its controversial styling, plastic-like interior, and limited storage space, the new Fiat 500 has no trouble keeping up with Montreal area traffic, both on the city streets and on the highways. The 500 makes for a great city and commuter car, as well as a suitable weekend excursion vehicle for two. And while it might not be a souped-up speed demon at this time, the Abarth line hasn't arrived yet, it's been years since I've had this much fun with a car, especially one this affordable. I've spent 2 days with the little Fiat, maneuvering it through heavy traffic on busy highways and crowded streets, and it felt good. However, it's still too early to tell if the North American market will embrace the return of the now highly successful Italian car maker, especially with one more test left to do, the Canadian winter driving test. Will the Fiat 500, with its low ground clearance, bravely hold its own like a North American hockey player? Or will it fall apart like a European soccer player? We'll know for sure in about 6 months. Until then, open up the sunroof and enjoy the ride. That's it for the new Fiat 500. I'm François Caron, and I'm enjoying this.